GST and Pentile. I am delighted to welcome you to today's insightful webinar on the AI revolution in the cybersecurity. We are truly living in a transformative times, a digital era where artificial intelligence is reshaping how we work, live, and most importantly, how we protect our digital assets. As cyber threats grow in complexity and frequency, AI is proving to be a powerful ally and revolutionizing the field of cybersecurity through real-time threat detection, predictive analysis, and the autonomous defense system. To shed light on this critical and evolving topic, we are honored uh, we are honored to have with us a distinguished expert, Mr. Subham Chakravarti, Senior Cybersecurity Consultant at Ernst Young, GDS. Mr. Chakravarti brings a wealth of experience in cybersecurity consulting and strategy. His work with UIGDS has placed him at the forefront of defending digital infrastructure across industries, and his expertise lies in implementing next-gen cyber solutions powered by AI and automation. So today he will be guiding us through how AI is being integrated into modern cybersecurity framework, the opportunities it presents, the risk it mitigates, and also the challenges we must be prepared for. So before we begin, a few quick housekeeping notes for all of you. Please keep your microphones on mute during the session. Feel free to drop your question in the chat box anytime. We will have a question answer session at the end. So without further delay, let's dive into today's session. Before we hear from our distinguished speaker, I would like to invite Dr. Vishwajit Rai Chaudhary, founder chairperson of RSIGST, to deliver the welcome address and set the tone for this important session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Shurjo, and thank you, Team SAIARD, RSIGST, and obviously Pentile for organizing such an important webinar on such important topic. The as we are, and first of all, on behalf of our organization, I would heartily congratulate Mr. Subham Chakravarti, the senior consultant of Ernst and Young. So, as Mr. Chakravarti, hopefully we are. This is the first initiation through which we are looking forward to have a hear from your side, and that is also an important topic. The AI and the cyber security both is an integral part and also an important issue for such current scenario. And we'll be very happy to keen to hear from your side, and will be as SAIARD and RSIGST is an and Pentile is its IT verticals also. So we are looking forward to acting as a policy advocacy think tank organization to support the several state and central government, and we are connected with the several national and international bodies. So we will be happy in future to work together, and in that way, not only that, in case of the capacity building initiative, but also in case of the policy advocacy sector. So I think it's really great to hear from you, and we'll be happy to keen to interest to meet with you in future, because you will be happy to know. Mr. Bhattacharya is also mentioned about it, that on behalf of RSIGST and Pentile, we are going to organize the first AI summit in Kolkata, that is the AICon. And there we are looking forward to connect you and your team members, and obviously your organization as one of the official partner, so like other and national international bodies. So that is all from my side, and hope now the podium is yours, and we are keen to hear from your side about that important topic. So looking forward to enlighten us. Thank you. Over to you, Shurjo.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your inspiring words and visionary insight. Now it's my honor to welcome today's keynote speaker, Mr. Subham Chakravarti, Senior Cybersecurity Consultant at Ernst Young, GDS. Mr. Chakravarti has been instrumental in designing, implementing robust cybersecurity strategies for large organizations, and today he will help us understand how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing this critical field. Let's welcome Mr. Subham Chakravarti. Over to you.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you, Shujo, for the warm welcome. And a very good afternoon to everyone who is present in this webinar today. So, as Shujo has introduced me, so I am Shubham, and I am working in Ernst Young as a senior cybersecurity consultant. So, that's a little bit of background about myself. Now, before starting the session, uh, I would like to like ask you all. I first of all, I would like to make this session very interactive because otherwise, see, if we organize sessions on any hot topics like cybersecurity or artificial intelligence, uh, we can there are n number of videos in YouTube. Like we can simply tune in to YouTube and watch the videos. So that will be a one-way communication, right? Like the knowledge is flowing from YouTube to your receptor organs. But this kind of webinar is organized only because if if the session is made interactive, so I would request you all to kindly switch on your cameras if that's a possibility, so that uh, if I am able to like make eye contact with you all, then I will get to know like how much interesting the session is being to you. Okay, so keeping things aside, so let me start with my topic. I have just prepared a very basic level slider, which I would like to share and explain you the things. But before sharing the slider, I would like to tell like how is cybersecurity evolving and like what is the thing that comes to our mind when we hear the word cybersecurity, and then we will come to artificial intelligence. Okay, so cybersecurity, as you all know, cybersecurity is basically nothing but securing our cyberspace. Like, for example, if you enter any premises, like protected premises, like suppose university or any government organization, you will be seeing like some security. There are some security protocols which are followed over there. Like, random person cannot enter. That person should have an ID card, and showing that ID card, a government ID, like different, like if you go to the airport or railway station. So there are some security protocols which are maintained over there. So this is basically normal security standard. Now, when we put those security standards into the cyber practices of the cyber world, like then it is like there is no one to monitor, right? So then comes the need of the cyber security. So there's a general notion amongst the masses that whenever you hear the word cybersecurity, it comes like as if someone is wearing a cool hoodie and doing some hacking and entering into the system and doing those stuffs. Yes, obviously it is a part, but it is not only what cybersecurity is all about. So first of all, cybersecurity can be categorized into multiple segments. Like for example, uh, for if you want to log into some place, suppose you forgot your Google password. Okay, so what do? You set up multiple methods of authentication. So how will Google know that you are an authentic person? So those kind of authentication, authorization, and all those things which comes under identity and access management. Like for example, so we are persons in real life, but when we come to the net world, in the internet or the cyber world, we are nothing but an identity, right? And our system is nothing but an IP address, right? So how will the system or that organization authenticate and authorize that I am the correct person? I see today I have joined as Subham Chakravarti. There might be some imposter as well who can join with my name and present the session, right? So anything is possible in the cyber world, and for like to protect the entire space, the cybersecurity is the need of the hour, and for utilizing the space, we need to know about the AI and the usage of AI and how we can protect the cyber things. Okay, so I would like to share my screen and show the slider. It's a very simple slider. See, like this is such a vast topic that it cannot be covered within 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours like that. Like it requires, it is a constant learning process. I still see that I'm still learning because new types of attacks are coming into the market. We need to keep ourselves updated. Like similarly, like how a doctor keeps on learning about the new advancements of like health and well-being. So similarly, it's a constant learning procedure. But still, I have just uh, proceed. Like let me share my screen. Uh, so is my screen visible, Shuja?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is my slide visible?
No, till now, not.
Okay. Okay. I think I needed to click on the entire screen. Now is my slide visible by any
Yeah, yeah,
chance?
yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So, so as the topic of the webinar suggests, like the name, AI revolution in cybersecurity are strategic imperative. Okay. Now, one second. So first of all, let us go through the agenda or the topics that we will cover into this today's session. First is like we will understand how is AI, like when I say AI, artificial intelligence, how is the revolution, like how it was before, how it is happening in today's world, and like how the future will look like. Then we will come to the cybersecurity challenges in the modern world. Third is AI applications in cybersecurity. Fourth is strategic advantages of AI in cybersecurity. And fifth point is implementation strategies and best practices, obviously. So coming to the first topic, and understanding the AI revolution. Okay, now now let me give you a very basic level understanding of what is AI. So most of you might have heard this term artificial intelligence and AI and how it is important in today's world, and like everywhere you are hearing that AI will replace jobs, AI will replace the work that we are doing, AI will replace everything. So what is this AI all about? What is this artificial intelligence all about? So as the name suggests, artificial intelligence. So I would like to post a question to everyone, like what is the opposite of artificial? Natural, right? So what is natural intelligence? Human brain, right? So the the whatever intelligence that we are having or the entire world is having, naturally that is coming from human brains. So like whatever advancements, technologies, or whatever you are seeing in today's world, that has been derived or been worked upon throughout ages through intelligence that has been conceived through human brains, right? Now, what is this artificial intelligence? So this artificial intelligence is basically the machines, the computer systems. They will behave like human brains, correct? So this is the basic understanding of like what is AI and how AI can come into the picture gradually. Now, suppose if I'm doing something or thinking something, and if AI is overpowering my thinking and it becomes a better solution that what my natural intelligence, that is human brain, is thinking, then only AI will be popular. Right. That is how AI is striking through the market. Now, what what are the benefits of AI? Like what are the capacities that AI is having? AI has a faster decision making procedure. Like they can make fast decisions which human beings cannot. Like, is it so? We'll see in the upcoming slides. Enhancing automation. Automation is one very important thing. Like, for example, the easiest automation that I'm telling you. Like, for example, previously, suppose you want to heat the food. You went to the gas stove, you lit the stove, you put the food on there, and you sort it for a few minutes, and then the food will be heated. Now what we are having? We are now having microwave oven. We are just putting the food in the bowl, putting it inside the microwave oven, just starting the microwave, and it is just automatically heating it, and I'm getting the heated food in 30 or 30 seconds or 1 minute, right? That, right. Then an example of automation, like for example, if you go to shopping malls, right? Previously, you would have seen that there were doors. We would have to push the door, get inside, and then leave it. Then the door will be automatically pushed, like closed. Now we are having a sensor attached to the sliding doors. So if we go inside the shopping mall, the sensor will sense that someone is standing in front of me and the door will automatically open. So like this, automation is working. So AI will enhance the automation across various domains. Like if the computer is able to think like humans, and if it is able to read that okay, someone is coming, let me open the door. So there it will enhance automation. There will be no manual effort required, which is the need of the hour. Okay. Next, the significance is cybersecurity. Like AI will play a crucial role by identifying threats and automating responses. And like whatever threats, like when I say threats, what are threats? Like you might have seen like multiple SMS come to our mobiles with some links. So now the cyber experts, they are saying do not click on those links. Why? Because if you click on those links, that link will redirect to a website which is basically pre-hacked by the by some malicious person, and that person has injected some virus. So when I say what is inject some virus, what is that? Like for example, suppose you open the door. Suppose you are in a room and that room has two doors and you are standing outside that room. Now, now I tell you, if you open one door, it will lead you to a deep passage and you can get out of the tunnel. And there's another door. If you open that, there is a lion who is sitting inside the door. Right. So we don't know what is on the other side. So if we don't really know what can happen, shall we open the door? We have no other option than to open the door, right? So in those cases, we have to judge like, okay, so we have to see what other persons are doing. Are they opening the door? Are they going there? So like that, whatever we are doing, like whatever actions we will take, that should not that we should be aware of our own actions. So that is where our intelligence is coming to the picture. Now what AI will do, AI will think and assess, okay, this particular link is malicious or not, or this particular uh, phone number is it's a spam or not. Like that, it will enhance. Like nowadays in Truecaller, most of us use Truecaller, right? To check the details of the unknown numbers. So if someone calls me, Truecaller fetches the name of that particular person who is calling me. And there's also a feature like there are multiple spam calls like credit card and all those things like which most of us receive. So Truecaller easily identifies those calls as spam calls. So here AI is used to identify what kind of spam calls we might be coming and color coding them based upon the type of like threats or any spams and directly blocking those. If we select the option, then it can there's an option of blocking the spam numbers also. So like that, AI will play a crucial role in cybersecurity. Like this is the on a basic level. Now, historical advancements in AI. Like how was AI before? Is AI new? If it is new, since when the advancements in AI happened and how it has helped throughout the time period. Like for example, like there is a concept of neural networks. So what is neural networks? So we all have read in our school days that our brain is connected through multiple neural networks. Like there are neurons, right? So suppose when we touch something very hot, there is a message which is passing through the network and it reaches our brain, right? So this is one thing that we read in our school days. Similar, like how the network is being reached from my finger to my brain, right? There is a networking, right, between the neural structures and the nervous system. Similarly, in artificial intelligence also, the entire thing is based upon neural networks. Now you will say, neural network of what? So neural network of instances and small cognitive approaches. Now when I say cognitive approaches, what is cognitive approach? Cognitive approach is basically a kind of approach that you learn through your own lessons or own mistakes. Like for example, suppose a child is touching the fire. Before that he has never touched it, he won't know like what that might implicate. So a child touched the candle and he felt a burning sensation tingling in his finger. From next time onwards, he will never do that. Right. So similarly, the AI modeling structure is also working. Suppose if AI learns about something, it will try not to repeat that. So hit and trial method. Like in if we come to the mathematics concept also, when we in mathematics we might have done like when we did some solving problems or like calculus or differential equations, when we used to solve those problems, then we might have seen like if we are trying one method and it is not working, then what we used to do, we used to do a second method, correct? So there's a hit and trial we used to do. Similarly, while balancing chemical reactions, we used to do heat and trial method and then we used to reach the final outcome. So that is how the AI working structure is through neural network. Like that is how they started. And as the advancement of computing power and the introduction of new technologies, new tools, there are multiple AI tools now in the market. So it has advanced throughout the ages. Okay. Now, presently, what AI can do? AI can analyze a vast amount of data. Like now, you will say where it is used. It is basically used in analysis of data. Like you might have seen in cricket. You all watch like we all watch IPL, right? Now, test match is also going on. So when analysis of how a player will perform, those type of analysis based upon past performances will be done. Here they are using AI technologies to do those kind of analysis, pattern recognition. Like for example, suppose if a player A has scored more than 50 in last 4 matches, what is the probability of that same player scoring more than 50 in the fifth match? So, like this, finding a pattern and dealing with complex data, which sometimes human beings also fail to calculate and perform, this kind of activities, AI can do it very easily. Predictive analysis, like who can win the match. You might have seen like there are multiple predictions done during these IPL matches or test matches through different platforms. So how are these predictions being done? Through this predictive analysis. So who is doing better prediction? The one who is having more, like whose AI is more advanced, like they're using multiple tools and the inputs they are giving. See, everything will like every output will depend upon the input. Just this point is very important. Like for example, so that is why, suppose we all might have heard of about chat gpt, right? Chat gpt. So if we ask a random question in chat gpt, suppose you open ChatGPT and you ask a random question, so it will give you certain like some answers. Okay. Suppose you are not satisfied with the answer. What you will say to ChatGPT? No, this is wrong. This is not the correct approach. Uh, Please do it through this method. Okay, and you do enter. So ChatGPT will accept its mistake and will try to do it in different method. So after suppose certain tries, it will give you the correct answer. Now you are doing this sitting in a city in India. Now someone from Japan or other part of the world, suppose they are asking the similar type of question, not same question, similar type of question after certain time, ChatGPT will never make that mistake again because it has learned through cognition, like cognitive approach, that okay, whatever whatever mistake I did this time, I will not do it from the next time onwards. So this is kind of the enhancement that is happening with AI. So ChatGPT is just an example. There are multiple applications like Copilot, which is with Microsoft, then Gemini with Google. Multiple are there. Now we will come to the cybersecurity challenges in the modern world. Okay. Now phishing attacks. What is phishing attack? Phishing. So as the name suggests, phishing. So what is phishing? Like you might have seen, now this is PHISHING, but when we do phishing, that is FISHING. Now what that phishing is basically, you might have seen in the ponds, there are multiple persons who have that fishing rope and net. They just drop that fishing stick and just sit quietly and wait for the fish to be automatically caught in that fishing thread, right? Similarly, hackers also do the same thing with the text messages and the emails that they send. So what, suppose today you got an email that, hey, you won 10 crore rupees. Click on this link to claim. The offer is only valid for a few days. Okay, and there is a link to click. So you click on that link. Okay, you click on that link. From there, the hacker. So basically, you are a fish who is swimming in the ocean or the pond, and the hacker has dropped the fishing rod. And when you click on that link, the fish mouth gets stuck to the rope, and the hacker just pulls it out. So when you just click on that link, the hacker gets access to your system, gets access to your database. Like nowadays, everything is linked. Phone number, email address, Aadhaar number, PAN number, everything is linked. So a hacker gets access to everything, and then they just try to receive, like, see, sometimes, always it is not monetary, okay? Sometimes, like, phishing attacks can be of multiple types. Not always a hacker hacks you for exploiting your money. Just remember, like, this is very important pointer. They can do it for multiple purpose. Like, they can use it to defame you, number one. Number two is, obviously, extract your money. Number three is steal your details, personal information. What is personal information? Credit card number, then Aadhaar card number, PAN number, passport number. All this, like, stealing your details. Suppose if you run a company, then steal your details and give it to your competitor. This kind of activities the hackers do generally. Everyone, and there are some script kiddies also. If you search the term in Google, you will get to know script kiddies. Like, what do? They are basically doing hacking for fun. They are either school students or college students. They have recently learned hacking, and they do hacking for fun. So they just do it for fun. So those are also phishing attacks. So it's always advisable to be aware of what kind of emails or text messages we get and take action accordingly. Like, for example, like, what are the, now you will ask me, what are the easy methods of recognizing which is fake and which is authentic? There are multiple methods and multiple things. You can go to YouTube and you can get search with these terms. Actually, the thing is, you don't know the correct terms. That's why you don't search with those. So once you know these terms, you can search and you will get multiple precautionary steps which you can use, so that you don't fall in this trap and you don't be a fish swimming in the pond, so that one hacker comes and just picks you up. So then ransomware attack, ransomware threats. So ransomware basically, like, for example, suppose you have some confidential files. You run an organization, you have some confidential files. Some hacker like hacks your files, and they just encrypt that file with a encryption passkey. Now what they will say, you have to pay me for doing the decryption. So this kind of ransomware threats are also there, and there are also zero-day exploits. So, like, there are multiple vulnerabilities are there. Now you might have heard of hackers, right? Do you know that hackers are not always bad? Now you will get surprised and say, why? Hackers are hacking the system, right? They are doing bad things. No, there are two types of hackers. One is unethical hacker. The second one is ethical hacker. So unethical hackers are basically those kind of hackers who are doing this kind of exploitations or hacking for which is against the laws. And ethical hackers are basically hackers, those who are doing hacking, abiding the law, like following the rules and regulations. And, like, for example, if someone goes and steals something, we call that person a thief, right? Now, if a policeman goes and gets some information about someone, do we call that person a thief? No, right? That person is a policeman. The policeman is acting similarly like a thief in order to catch the thief, right? So similarly, the ethical hackers can be differentiated into three categories. One are red teamers, the second one is blue teamers, and red plus blue is purple, right? So purple teamers. So I will not go into details because, like, 1 hour is very less, but see, there are three types of categories. You can search with these terms and you will get to know in details about these things. Now, what are the limitations of the cybersecurity measures that we are having? Are there limitations? Obviously, there are limitations like reactive responses. What is reactive? What is the opposite of reactive? Proactive, right? So, reactive responses, as in, like, for example, suppose I have been hacked, then only I'm getting mad, reaching out to police station, calling friends, uh, asking for help. Like, I am reacting after something has happened to me. So this kind of active, like this is a reactive response that human beings are doing. Then what is proactive response? Like even before clicking on that link, reporting that link. It is a proactive response. Going like opening your mobile phone and setting a password to open the lock. This is a proactive approach. Like taking action thinking that something might happen. So this is a proactive approach, and taking action after something has already happened, that is a reactive approach. Then human reliance. What is human reliance? Like for example, suppose someone has hacked my problem like thing, then I reach out to some cyber expert for some help so that he or she can come and help me in decryption. Or if I then I reach out to police station. They now they are having multiple tools in order to identify who has hacked and from where. The tracking systems like multiple things are there, so they can check those things. Then modern threat challenge. Like what are the modern threat challenges? Like for example, previously clicking on link was a threat challenge. Now what kind of threats are going on? Someone is calling you. Suppose and like suppose one day you receive a call from an unknown number, you pick it up, you say hello, and your father is saying, "Hey, please send me 50,000 rupees. I'm in trouble." Exactly your father's voice. So what you do? Okay, 50,000 you are asking. Let me send it quickly. So you send 50,000, and then you call your father. Okay, first time an unknown number called, and your father was speaking to you. Now you call your father and you call him back and say, "Hey, can you kindly confirm that you have received the 50,000 rupees?" Your father said, "I didn't ask for anything. I didn't call you." Then then you will say, "Just now I heard your voice. You said, hey, send me 50,000." Then who was it? It was the hacker. Hacker is speaking in his original voice, but through a AI method, what he has done is he has changed his voice to that of the person's father, and he is calling from that unknown number. So this kind of modern threats, like the threats are constantly increasing, and different types of threats are coming into the market. So there are multiple precautionary steps that we need to take. For those, we need some advanced solutions. In these cases, AI will come into the picture of cybersecurity. Like for example, combating cyber threats. So you might have heard about antivirus, right? We all have it in our systems. So what is that antivirus for? That antivirus is kind of a obviously AI tool. So what it is doing? It is doing a system scan. It is scanning the entire system, the hardware, all the C drive, D drive, Z drive, all the drives it is doing, and it is scanning all the files, quarantine files, corrupted files, malicious files, hacked files, or all it is doing, and it is actually killing the threats, like killing the hacked files or quarantine files. Sometimes the files are not always hacked. So you people say, okay, my account has been hacked, my file has been hacked. Sometimes it is not always the hacker's fault. It is your fault also in getting hacked. Why? Because it is a sometimes the hacking is a collaborative effort of the person who is hacking and the person who is getting hacked. Like clicking a link. If you click a link, that means basically you are helping that person. Okay, hack me. Right. So similarly, in combating this kind of cyber threats, we need the AI. So AI will come, it will do a cognitive approach, it will just try to identify the threats, and it will take action. Now it will take a proactive action. Previously, human beings, we were taking reactive action. Okay, we have been at, save us. Now, proactive approach. Okay, this might be malicious file. Do you want to keep it or delete it? This kind of proactive check is coming to us. See, to err is human. Humans make errors, so do AI. Right? There are errors by AI also. So what they are doing is they are checking a file, and if it is a different kind of file, they will say, okay, is this uh, like we might have seen in our Gmail mails also. Is this email a spam mail? Sometimes our normal emails also go inside the spam folders. Why? Because the system is thinking, okay, this email might be a spam email. So this kind of small mistakes they are doing. So we will, so their human intervention will come. Human will say, no, this is not a spam. We can keep it in our normal inbox. Then we mark it as not spam. Then it comes to our primary inbox, right? So this kind of like collaborative approach between AI and human being, this kind of proactive adaptation is required for keeping our things safe. Now, AI applications in cybersecurity. Okay, one second. So AI driven threat detection and prevention. So, so what is threat detection? Like detect whatever threats are coming and prevention. Like I have already covered this, but how is ML, like machine learning, related with this? So machine learning has some algorithms, right? So we can use those algorithms to enhance the threat detection capabilities through continuous learning. Like for example, suppose I write a prompt that any link which starts with HTTP, we should be directly posted into spam section, because HTTP we are not marking it as secured. So if the URL starts with HTTPS, that means S stands for secured. That means we can click on it without thinking anything. But is it true? No. Sometimes nowadays hackers are hacking with HTTPS URLs also. I will come into those kind of examples later. Machine learning for anomaly detection. So if there are any kind of anomalies, like for example, I am calling my mother. I called my mother 5 times from Kolkata, and on today's date, today is 8th July, I called my mother 5 times in a day, and after 1 hour, it is showing that I am calling my mother from USA. That is an anomaly, right? It is not possible. Within 1 hour, I cannot move to USA. So, but within 1 hour, I can move to any suburb and call. So there should be a like detection capability, like within 1 hour where that person can move, if he is moving with the fastest vehicle possible. So accordingly, like the anomaly detection is being done, and security measures are enhanced like that. So how is this logic working with those what we studied in our school days? So in our school days we learned one x versus t graph, right? Distance versus time, right? So as the time is passing on, we are moving certain distances. So what was the thing there? Like at the same time, we cannot be present in two places, right? We can only be present in one place. With that kind of mathematical approach, it is like that kind of prompt is being used in ML for doing the anomaly detection. Then automated incident response. Like for example, basic things. Like for example, if I get a message from KBC saying that I have won 10 crore rupees. I have to click on a link to claim it. So everyone knows that this is a fake message because they never say send messages like that or emails like that. So those kind of responses it will detect automatically, and it will simply delete that message or mark it as spam. So like these things they are doing. Nowadays in social media also, Instagram, Facebook, these tools are highly using AI. If any post which is against the community standards or their regulations, they will directly put down that post. So how is that happening? Automated incident response, like that. Now coming to the strategic advantages of AI in cybersecurity. Okay, like what are the advantages of having AI in cybersecurity? Like there'll be a real-time analysis. What is real-time analysis? As and when the time will pass on, it will give insights on how the system like is working and what action we should take, what action we should not take. Like suppose you have antivirus installed in your system and you're working on something else, and in the back end, the antivirus is constantly scanning something. So there's a constant real-time analysis which is working on. So when you like insert a pen drive or hard disk into the system, what it will do immediately it will start scanning. After scanning, if everything is fine, then it will pop up a message saying successfully scanned, no virus found or no anomalies found, like that. So real-time analysis you will get through AI tools. Informed decision making. So whatever, see, taking any decision is the most challenging thing. So if you are taking any decisions, if there's AI, they can help you to do informed decision making. It can help you to identify threats, then improve response times. Now, suppose if I had to take the action manually, my response time will be huge. But if it is done automatically or through with the help of AI, I will save some of my time, right? So the response time is improved. Now there are two categories again. One is response time, the other one is resolution time. So if you are seeing something and you are responding, then that is coming under response time. And if you are actually resolving that issue, mitigating that problem, or solving that issue or something like that, then that will come under resolution. So response time and resolution time both will be improvised. Now proactive defense mechanisms. So what is proactive defense mechanism? Like I have already covered this in my previous pages, like predictive threat analysis, preventive measures, and automated response systems. This is already covered. So now what is implementation strategies and best practices? So what are the best practices that we can do? Now I will come to those. Integrating AI into existing cybersecurity frameworks. So we are now integrating AI. So when we say cybersecurity, what do we do? There are multiple tools in the market where we can integrate with AI. So multiple tools as in like if you're using an identity access management tool, there are SailPoint IIQ, CyberArk, and if you want to store the database of something, there are Active Directory, Azure Active Directory. Then if you want to store the data on on-prem solution, there are multiple on-prem solutions. If you want to store it in a cloud-based solution, there are AWS. And if you want to like see, when there are multiple applications or systems, when they get connected with each other, there might be something like IPs needs to be whitelisted. Otherwise, you won't be able to access those. Or else, like there are some network problems. We have to troubleshoot the network issues. So for that, there are applications like Wireshark. Like there are them We come to the programming languages. There are programming languages we can use like Java, JavaScript, then Wheel shell scripting, SQL, MySQL. These are the database queries and all those things we can do. If we want to check the networks and all those things, the multiple things that we can use Kali Linux and Linux operating system will have different categories. It will depend upon whatever framework you are using. But if you're integrating AI to those, there will be a seamless integration, and it will also help in uh, performing the things. Data privacy and ethical considerations. Okay, data privacy. Now, for example, if you go to any website, you see you have to like if you are registering for something, after doing the payment or before doing the payment, there is an option which we don't read. We just scroll down and we click on I accept. Right. That is the privacy notice, right? Like in that statement, they are giving you like how much they are like if you read those statements, you will see some license statements and how they are utilizing your systems and like how much your system is protected and all those things. So if you are clicking on I confirm or I agree, that means you are allowing that website to access. Suppose if you are watching a web series in Amazon Prime through laptop or any device. So if you are selecting that, so basically you are giving Amazon Prime access to your microphone and to your camera, right? If you are joining a Teams call or a Google Meet call, similar things you are doing. So like that, whatever privacy you are allowing, like if anyone wants to get access to some of your like microphone or audio or camera, you have to select the well, you have to give them access. So that is why data privacy is coming into the picture. And like who can suppose if you upload something in Google Drive and you send that link to your friend is sending it to everyone. Can they click on that link and open your files? No, right? Only those whom you have set in the Google link, in the privacy section, settings section, they only can access that URL. So suppose if I want someone to access my URL, but I don't know whom to add, what will happen? That person will click on that URL, and that person will have to ask for access. That is, then comes the authorization and authentication part. That person will ask for authorization to access that particular URL or file. You click for ask permission, and myself being an administrator or owner of that link, we have to accept that person or reject depending upon who that person is. After doing that, that person's data will be authenticated. Okay, authentication has been done. Now that person is authorized to access that URL. Like that, data privacy and everything will be considered. Now, regulatory compliance. You might have seen like uh, we all store money in bank or other platforms, right? So why are we storing money in banks? Because we rely on the bank's security features, right? Suppose I'm storing 10 rupees and or 100 rupees, and I go and update my passbook, and it is saying, okay, 100 rupees stored. Now, suppose tomorrow, if bank is using that 100 rupees for other investment purpose, day after tomorrow, it is giving me 105 rupees. This is how the bank is working. So, like this, bank can give me less amount also, right? So, who is controlling bank? Everyone needs a governance. So, bank is being governed by the RBI, and who is governing? There is an audit board. So, that audit board is ensuring the bank is following the compliance and like is meeting the regulatory compliance standards. So this kind of things AI can help in doing. So this I have already covered. So that's basically like end of the session. Like AI is necessary. Like we all know by now how AI is necessity, and like what are the benefits of AI, and what are the effective strategies that we can do. So any questions? Anyone? I see
So
some.
yeah, uh, we will now open the floor for the question. I think there is a question. Uh, Python is used in core language in AI.
Uh-huh.
How it is impact on cybersecurity?
Okay. Okay. So Python is used in core language, right? So basically, Python, we know Python is, see, I have not worked on Python, but I know like Python is a very simple language, correct? Because I have done my engineering in electronics and in communication, so I have worked on like in PyCharm and Raspberry Pi, all those things we used Python. So Python is a very simplified language, and whatever usage Python is having, we can use it for scripting or any performing any kind of automation. When I say automation, what kind of automation are developing? Like, for example, for this, I have to explain a little bit of identity and access management concept. So, identity and access management concept in cybersecurity is like it ensures the security of the user life cycle of our identity life cycle in a system. So like that, there are some events which are triggered, like for example when that particular identity is joining the organization, a joiner event is triggered for them. So when a person suppose joins an organization as an intern, so that person is having intern, so whatever access that person should be having, those are basically basic level accesses which comes through accesses known as birthright provisioning. Okay, so birthright provisioning. So how is that birthright provisioning happening for that particular identity? By using some automation tools. So those automation tools we can use Python language to do the scripting.
Okay,
Python
here
language
I
we can
just
use.
yeah.
We can also use Java, also JavaScript, also bean shell script, XML. Those things we can use. We can write some rules. We can say like any person whose attribute new joiner is after this date and is a part of certain domain group in Active Directory, they should have these accesses by default. So that by default thing is happening due to the script which is written in Python language. I hope I was able to explain.
Okay, so everybody, I'd like to inform you all that a feedback form link has been shared in the chat box. Okay, your feedback is important to help us to improve the future session. Kindly fill it out. Okay, so any questions? Please feel free to type them in the chat box.
No questions.
Uh, okay, another.
Complex AI models are black boxes. How can we ensure these models are not influenced by malicious entities? And do we prevent these models from going wrong? Okay. Complex AI models are black boxes. How can we humanize entities? Okay, so there are multiple. So to answer this question, basically there are certain tools. So as I said, uh, this kind of developments are still going on in the latest. Like every tool is being like created, and those tools are basically having some patch version upgrades. Like you might have heard, uh, like in order to install the tools, there are multiple Java versions required, JDK versions required, JRE versions required, and for making those Java version or JRE versions compatible with some Tomcat kind of like with Tomcat, or making those integrated with Splunk or any other activities. So there are constant upgradations. So uh, just to like make ensure that this models are like not influenced by malicious entities, we can basically just use some tools, AI, like some malicious VM tools, and through there we can actually ensure like if these are not influenced, and if those are influenced, we have to just do the further investigation and work on those things. Sure.
Okay, any more questions?
So, if someone wants to be a cybersecurity expert, what will be the best things to learn and gain knowledge? Okay, so just to answer this question, see, becoming a cybersecurity expert. So, before becoming an expert, one should start like first thing is having interest in this domain. So, if you are really having in the era of AI, yes. If you are really having interest in the cybersecurity domain, then I would like to tell you that first learn, like, see, as I said, cybersecurity has multiple modules, right? Multiple modules: identity access management, threat detection response, blue teaming, red teaming, purple teaming, then SRCRs, security, resilience, compliance, and then there's also audit compliance thing. Multiple things are there in cybersecurity. Like it is basically a huge, uh, vast subject. So if you want to gain knowledge in cybersecurity, what I would like to say is just first go through the modules of cybersecurity, and after reading the modules, just check which module is interesting you the most, like which you are getting excited or interested with which module. If you are getting interested with a particular module, then do selective studying. And there are multiple books also, multiple, like, see, in books you will get basic knowledge, but if you read some blogs or YouTube channels, if you are having access to Udemy, you can get multiple courses from Udemy also, which I will later share with Surjo Dipto so that he can forward you those links and those learning places, like from which you can start your learning. But you have to first decide which segment interests you the most, excites you the most, and start learning through that particular module, and gradually you can go deeper and deeper and deeper and work on those things. But I would like to say, having the knowledge of any programming language is not having knowledge of programming language is not mandatory. But if you want to start your career, it will be necessary and beneficial, because see, programming language is basically the kind of, suppose I am speaking in English, if I speak in Bengali, if I speak in Hindi, the meaning that I would like to convey, that will remain same, right? But the diction or the version or the language will be different. So similar with programming languages also. Suppose if you learn Java, you can easily write code in C also. because the version will be important, like the knowledge will be important, the algorithm, the thinking process will be same, only the syntax will be different. So similarly, you can start one programming language having knowledge of either SQL or MySQL. Those kind of things are important, and you should also have good idea about the class files, the storage methods, and all those things, and should have worked upon operating systems like Linux, and how those should, like, you should have also, like able to run some ns lookup commands in command prompt to see whether one particular server network level knowledge. So these are the basic things you can start off with. And if you need anything, anytime, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I would be more than happy to help you.
Okay, so I think from that is the question answer session for today. I think that's in. Okay. Let me check. Yeah. Okay. So, uh, yeah. Thank you once again, Mr. Subham Chakravarti, for sharing your time and expertise with us. It's truly fascinating to see how AI is just not a buzzword, but it's a powerful force shaping the future of cybersecurity. A special thank to Dr. Bishwajit Roy Choudhury for his leadership and vision, and to all the participants for joining us today and making this session engaging and meaningful. We hope this session has added value to your understanding of AI in the cybersecurity landscape. So, yeah, stay connected with us for more such informative events. Until next time, take care, stay safe, stay secure. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day ahead. Thank you, Subham sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.